Hello students, today we will continue with digestion and absorption part 2. In our last lecture, we studied about the introduction of digestion and we have studied that food particles we ingest needs to be broken down into smaller ones in our digestive system so that they may be utilized by our body. Now, we will study in this lecture what this digestive system is made up of. Our digestive system is made up of two parts. One is alimentary canal and second is digestive glands. First we will take alimentary canal. Alimentary canal consists of mouth, oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Now we will study each and every part in detail. First is mouth. We know we ingest food through mouth, and this mouth is the anterior opening of alimentary canal. We call this anterior opening because it is in the front of our body. So this is anterior opening of alimentary canal. Second part is oral cavity. Oral cavity is also known as buccal cavity because this is the space. Cavity means space. This is a space in between our cheeks. So this is called buccal cavity. Buccal means cheeks. So oral cavity is also known as buccal cavity. The oral cavity has a number of teeth and muscular tongue. You all know. First we will study teeth. Depending upon the type of attachment of teeth with the bone, we have three types of dentition. One is acrodont, second is thecodont, and third one is pleurodont. If teeth are attached directly to the surface of the bone, then this type of dentition is called acrodont. But if teeth are embedded in the socket made in the bone, then this type of dentition is called thecodont. But if only the outer part of the tooth, only the outer part means the border towards the cheek is attached to the bone, but the lingual part means the part of the tooth which is towards the tongue is not connected to the bone, is not directly connected to the bone, then this type of dentition is called pleurodont. In human beings, we have thecodont type of dentition because our teeth are embedded in the sockets made in the bone. So if you are asked what kind of dentition human beings have, you have to answer thecodont. Now, if we classify the teeth depending upon the number of times teeth develop during the lifetime, number of times teeth develop during the lifetime, organisms can be classified into monophyodont, diophyodont and polyphyodont. Monophyodont are those organisms in which teeth develop only once in their lifetime. Teeth develop once in their lifetime. But in diphyodont, teeth develop two times in their lifetime. And in polyphyodont, teeth develop more than two times. Means they keeps on growing, then shedding, and if it occurs more than two times, those organisms are being called as polyphyodont. In human beings, you all know we develop teeth two times in our life, so we are classified as diphyodont. So the type of dentition in human beings is diphyodont. You know we develop 20 temporary milk teeth in the childhood, which are then replaced by 32 permanent teeth. So human beings are, I am again repeating, diphyodont. Now third type of classification is whether the teeth are of same type or different type. If the teeth are of same type, then the type of dentition is being called homodont, and if the teeth are of different types, means different shapes, the type of dentition is called heterodont. In human beings, we have four types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars, and their shapes are different. So we are heterodont. Again I am repeating, you may be asked what kind of dentition human beings have, homodont or heterodont, then you have to answer heterodont. Now these four types of teeth are arranged in an order of incisors, canines, premolars and molars, and the formula is 2123 upon 2123 means 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars, 3 molars. I am again repeating, 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars. These 8 teeth are in upper half of the alveolar arc and similarly in the lower half of the alveolar arc. So totally we have 8 into 4, 32 teeth. Now one more thing I want to tell you. In our body, enamel is the hardest substance. Enamel is the hardest substance of our body. You may be asked, which one of the following is the hardest substance in our body? Then you have to tick enamel. And where it is found? It makes the outer visible part of our teeth. The outer visible surface of teeth is made up of enamel and it helps in mastication of food. ये हमारे खाने को चबाने में हमारी मदद करता है, इसलिए ये सबसे हार्ड पार्ट का बना हुआ होता है. नाउ दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द टीथ एंड नाउ वी विल कवर टंग. यू ऑल नो टंग इज फ्रीली मूवेबल पार्ट in our mouth cavity, and secondly it is muscular organ, means tongue is made up of muscles. Now this tongue is attached to the floor of the mouth by a fold of mucous membrane which is called frenulum. So this frenulum is a fold of mucous membrane which attach the midline of the tongue to the floor of the mouth. And now one more thing. On the top of the tongue there are small projections. उभरा हुआ पार्ट होता है, छोटे उभरे हुए पार्ट्स होते हैं टंग के ऊपर, which are called papillae, जिनको हम क्या कहते हैं? papillae. And these papillae have the taste buds in them and which help in tasting the food. Now I have covered both teeth and tongue, so the oral cavity is finished here. Now we will take next part of the alimentary tract, which is pharynx. Now mouth leads to the oral cavity and now oral cavity leads into the pharynx, or you may say oral cavity opens out in the pharynx. So pharynx is a common space. Behind the oral cavity there is a common space for food and air. Whatever we inhale air through the nose, or whatever we inhale air or we take food through the mouth, both things passes through that pharynx. So pharynx is a common space for air and food. And now in this pharynx two openings are there. One is of esophagus and second is of larynx, and these two openings, both openings are in pharynx. And when we have food, when we ingest food, then the opening of larynx gets closed with a cartilaginous flap, and that flap is called epiglottis. So, and the opening of larynx which open into the pharynx is called glottis. So we can say when we take food, when we swallow food, epiglottis covers the glottis, so that food may not enter into the larynx. This larynx will continue with trachea, and trachea will go into the lungs. This tube made up of larynx and trachea is called windpipe. So this was all about pharynx, and now we will take esophagus. Now I have told you that pharynx opens up into two openings. One is of larynx, which is for windpipe, and second is for esophagus, which is food pipe. Here we will cover only the esophagus because we are discussing here the digestion part, not the respiratory part. In respiratory part we will cover the larynx and trachea. So pharynx leads into the esophagus. Esophagus is a thin long tube which passes through the neck, thorax and diaphragm. And it enters into the stomach. Diaphragm is the partition between thorax and abdomen. So esophagus passes through neck, thorax and diaphragm and then enters into the abdomen, and in abdomen it enters into the stomach. Now this was for today, and in our next lecture we will cover rest of the part of the alimentary tract. Thanks.